One of the many gifts that God gave to us is his word. So let's get into that gift and that word. I want you to turn to the Old Testament reading for today. It's from Isaiah chapter 60. And you can find this on page 787 in your Pew Bible. 700 years before Jesus came around, God continued to give a glimpse, a light into who this Jesus was going to be and who this Messiah was going to be. If you remember when you go to the gospel lesson about the visit of the Magi, the wise men to come to worship Jesus, when Herod wants to know who it is, he goes to the chief priests, and they go to the scriptures. They go to Micah to find out, the prophet Micah, that Jesus is going to be born in Bethlehem. You and I are wise in that we already know that. We already know the prophecies about the birth of Jesus Christ. We know about the birth of Jesus Christ. More than that, we know about his whole life, his death, his resurrection, and all that. So the wisdom that we've accrued and been blessed to have is truly great. Now the question is, what are we doing with it? But that's another story. We're going to talk about that more in the message. But let's hear the ray of hope that God continued to keep before his people through the prophets. Isaiah 60. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will be seen upon you. And nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. So lift up your eyes all around and see, they all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from afar, and your daughters shall be carried on the hip. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and also rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be turned to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall come over you, the young camels of Midian and Ephah, all those from Sheba shall come. And they shall bring gold and frankincense, and shall bring good news, the praises of the Lord. And this is from the word of the Lord. And thanks be to God, we say to that.